Well, hello everybody. My name is Minhui. Well, for today's video, we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic, which is called data analysis. So, data analysis is something very crucial for every person in the world. So, it has a lot of uses and it could be applied in nearly every situation in life. So, let's look at its basic concept first. So, what is it actually? Well, data analysis basically means the practice of using or working with data in different kinds of techniques and to model out data in a clear way so that we could glean it into a useful information which could be used for decision making progress, etc. Well, actually, it involves a set of techniques and process used to inspect, to model out data, and it's basically used for to draw conclusions and support decision making. Well, it's basically about data collection and the way on how do you model it out, like on how do you present your data in a clear way to make sure that it will help with your work. So it will have a lot of various things such as data cleaning, data collection, descriptive statistic, and a lot of other basic math concepts in our daily life. It could also be used for data visualization, exploring data analysis, and we could use it on regression analyzing too. So we have finished with the basic concept and the definition of what data analysis is. So it is basically a technique on how to model data, to collect and to present them, so to support decision making progress, etc. So now we're going to be looking at some form of it and its principles. So basically, first let's look at its progress on how do we analyze data through data analysis. So let's look at the basic progress. Well, as data is available to companies continues to grow, so too does the need for an effective and progressive progress. So now let's look on how could we analyze data and its progress. So first, we need to identify data. We need to sort out information, identify if that data is important or if that can generally describe about a topic. Well, also, you need to identify the problem, the topic. Well, what do you need to talk about? What do you need to present out, to give out to different kind of people? How to measure it and how to calculate it. Next, collect. Collect data, the raw data set that you will need for your data analysis board. Well, you could use a lot of resources around about just the topic that you want, and you could use the data that you search out during the survey, etc. It could be very helpful. Next is to clean up unimportant ideas. You must make sure that your data analysis part is clearly modeled out so that it could be convenient for all of your daily life progress. And so you don't want anything to be to confuse you, because you want the progress to flow smoothly. So you need to clean out dirty ideas or basically the unnecessary ideas. Next is to analyze the data. This is a very important one because you need to manipulate the data using various data sets from outside. During this stage, you must use database or like data visualization to how to transform it into the main parts that you want to talk about. And lastly is to interpret or basically to present out the ideas. You must make sure that your ideas are presented in a clear and also not and also it won't confuse you because that is what data analysis is for. It's actually very important. So let's look at some basic forms of data analysis. So there's a lot of part of it, such as objective, etc. But we're going to be talking about two mandatory things today. So first is about descriptive analysis. This is actually used very widely in our life. So an example for the descriptive data analysis could be like it answers about what happened. What has happened that leads to this topic? Well, the descriptive analysis basically tells us what happened during the day. Well, this type of analyst will have to describe or summarize quantitative ideas or like describe and summarize different points. So it could be used for showing the distribution or the progress that employees have did to the company, which is actually used in a lot of stuff in our daily life. Next, we have is predictive analysis. Predictive analysis is actually something very important too, because it's basically about answering what is happening or what might happen in the future. So predictive analysis will probably use data to make projections about the future and to like forecast out what will probably happen in the future so that it will lead to important and significant decisions. That is actually very important. There's also a lot of other kinds of data analysis, such as diagnostic analysis, which is basically about why did it happen? Why did it when it sent to this kind of problem? And it could also be pre-descriptive analysis. So that is a lot. Now, let's look at some of the applications. Well, its application could be spread widely in different fields, including mathematics, daily life, and business. So let's look first at mathematics. So it could be used for predictive modeling, which is actually something very crucial. Predictive modeling could be used when you're solving problems, when you have the data, and they want you to present them out or to present out so that you could solve a problem. This is actually very crucial because lots of kinds of math problems now these days would provide you just raw data sets and it will encourage you to sort out the data by yourself. Also about daily life, it could be about health and fitness tracking. Like when you're using data analysis, or maybe just example, on my watch, there's an app called the health part. So that they will calculate the steps that I ran that day, the calories I burned, the calories that I got into my body, what I observed, what did I ate during the whole day, and like my heartbeat, etc., the calories I've burned. So it would basically analyze those data and track my health if it is good or it needs some improvement. And that is basically used in a lot of problems. Also, it could be used for planning. So it could be probably used for travel and plane plans. Like you could analyze our data to see if which day is the best day to travel to somewhere, etc. There are a lot of things. And lastly is about business. So that is a crucial part. So business, we could sometimes see data analysis through chain to supply chain optimization. So for example, a manufacturing company would use data analysis to optimize its supply chain optimization to control the workflow of the company. It could also be used for human resource analysis, where They calculate the workflows of people and it turnover rates and satisfaction surveys to make sure that the services were served correctly. So that is basically about my understanding of data analysis. Through understanding its basic concepts, its principles, and application in mathematics, daily life, and business, it could be very, very helpful for us in the future. So that is all I want to share about data analysis. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.